and we back again, man. It's the Center Court podcast. We missed last week. We were on vacation, but we are back now, and we are podding here again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back.
We are in the Center Court studios. I am your man, Willie Hurt.
It's your boy, Jay all day.
Oh, man. And this is the Center Court podcast. You tuned in. Hey, man, subscribe and join the tribe. Like and get on the bike. We need all the help from you that we can get. And I'm reaching out to all my fans out there to say, hey, please, like, please, subscribe.
Hit whatever button you can push on whatever app you're
on. Because we on them all now. We finally done made it to YouTube. We done made it on all your favorite podcast platforms, bro. And we are cooking now.
And we got big things going on and big things happening coming up in the future.
Big things are going, and we got the fish fry coming up October 22nd, 2026. Make sure you
fish fry is
Colette's, man. We are putting this bus trip is sounding stronger by the minute, bro. Right. Every time I think about how many people reached out, every time I think about everybody that heard it and got back to me about getting on the trip, the more it's getting to the point where we're gonna have to do it. We running out of excuses now.
We have no more excuses.
And nothing else we can say.
But with that being said, let's get into the show.
Hey.
What am I going to do? Go. Busy.
Hey, I want to apologize if y'all hear the ceiling fans going off in the background. I'm gonna tell you now, it's Center Court Studios is warm today.
I was hot.
So
we're going to turn these fans on.
We turn the fans on. Please, if you hear the stuff in the background, please try to ignore it. And the Knicks won the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to say to the New York Knicks, congratulations. I want to say to y'all that y'all fought all the way through the final. I didn't have y'all winning it. I can't lie.
Yeah, we did pick San Antonio. I just couldn't bring myself to pick the Knicks. I said y'all was on a historic run. Y'all was on a hell of a run.
Hell of a run. Y'all got on a heater and y'all took it. The Center Court podcast sends out its congratulations.
Congratulations, but I always have to preface this with my usual Knicks comment.
And
fuck the Knicks.
Fuck the Knicks. Of course.
There you go.
Now,
so
let's get into
congratulations, y'all.
Congratulations.
What is it? Since 1970?
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a while.
I don't think I was born yet.
Since Willis Reed tried it out.
Yeah,
from the bench and clinched it for him. That's what's up, bro. Y'all earned it. Let's talk about the series a little bit.
Shoot.
From the standpoint of how many Philadelphia 76ers were playing in the game. Because I don't care about the Knicks, and I damn sure don't care about the Spurs. Who I care about is my team. But
we've watched our Sixers bench through the entire playoffs. Just perform for everybody else but us.
And it's hurtful. You watching Mikal Bridges hoist the trophy, right?
You watching Landry Shamet. You about to watch Landry Shamet and Mikal Bridges in a parade.
In a parade, man. And they were players who were on this team at one point in time. You watching Champagne on the Spurs be a functional and effective NBA player. Also a former Sixer.
Yep.
You watching
series before this, you watching B-Ball Paul get busy. Paul Reed out there getting busy, but we couldn't
figure out how to use the young man on this team.
Right.
And
we're not even going to talk about the McCain thing. That's just on our face.
I had kind of forgotten about that because it's still a sore subject with me. But it's another example. You're absolutely right of what our team could be if you recognize talent when it comes through.
You recognize and develop this talent before you let it get out the door.
Come on, dog. You watching?
You let Isaiah Joe walk out the door.
I couldn't say his name fast enough. Couldn't say it fast enough.
Where's the talent evaluation? Where what are we looking at? Who knows ball in that in
that front office? Who knows hoops? Because y'all letting people who could play for us just walk out the door.
That we could have used
in this playoff series.
But they were productive for everybody else.
And then the kick in the face is you let Campaign, sub in for Maxey down the stretch, right?
Late in the season,
because Maxey caught a little injury. He couldn't get over it right away. You signed Campaign, and he helps you limp into the postseason. Then you cut him for the playoff start
Right.
And then you sign a guy who don't see no minutes. I'm concerned, people. Now, who's this new guy? What's his name?
We got Mike Gansey.
Okay.
So we got him looking forward. Oh, and also congratulations to Jameer Nelson
Yes.
being promoted to
Sixers assistant.
assistant GM.
So,
But let's get on this Mike Gansey. Like
whoa,
can't-
before we get to the Sixers, hold on, brother.
All right.
Let's talk about the Spurs Knicks series first. Let's get into that a bit.
Yeah.
Now, like we said, Knicks did it. How many times had the Spurs blow leads in this joint? And that's concerning.
Wait, not just leads, 20-point leads.
Point leads, bro.
Big leads. These are leads that you should be sitting on and riding out,
Right.
close the game out.
We should be looking at a game 7 right now, and that's the truth. How many times has San Antonio gone up in that series double digits, 20-plus points? 3 times, 4, right?
And they just can't stop the
You
run.
can't finish the games. You can, and it speaks to how good the Knicks team was.
But the Knicks didn't do this just to San Antonio.
They did it right.
They did this to everybody
And
on
I
their
think
way.
and it was a part of their charm because they did it to us a couple times, sweeping us out of here.
Right.
We got leads on them we couldn't close. You know.
They just disintegrated and they just took the game over.
Now I didn't have Jalen Brunson as this type of superstar. Not gonna hold you, but he proved me wrong.
Proved a lot of people wrong.
I'll give him his flowers.
Now, before we completely get off the Knicks subject, ask me about my Jalen Brunson comparison.
Who you compared Jalen Brunson to?
I'm just another player in another league that a lot of people doubt,
Who's
but
that?
just seemed to like shuts all his doubters up,
Right.
and just goes out there and just wins.
How about it?
There's a quarterback that we
How
got
about
here in
it?
town that
How about it?
a lot of people doubt.
And we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
We got Eagles talk coming up. But we're gonna finish off here.
But yeah,
let's get to the Sixers now. Who is this guy's name that we got as the new GM here?
So we got Mike Gansey and we got Jameer Nelson.
Now, Jameer Nelson, we know from playing down in St. Joe's. He was in the NBA for a while. Went to the finals with Orlando. Played a solid NBA career.
Solid NBA career, yes, definitely.
Came here. He was, I think he was the Blue Coach GM. He had something to do with going on down there. Now he was up for the GM job here, and they gave the job to Cleveland's former GM and kind of gave him the wing role, like the assistant GM role.
So funny thing, what was it? NBA Live we used to play.
Right.
I think I used to always back in the day when Jameer Nelson first got to the league. I think I was always trade him to the Sixers.
Right. Okay. Give him a run, right?
Give him a run.
Right. He can help us.
Yeah.
But I'll learn our new GM's name when he does something.
The name will stick when he makes a move for you, huh?
He got to do something to impress me.
Gotcha.
We brought in the last guy, Morey, with all this, what he was supposed to have pedigree, right? And the only thing he did was let talent walk out the door consistently and retain, right?
Nothing.
The Furkan Korkmazes and Shake Miltons of the world, right?
We putting all that on Morris. That's still Colangelo's fingerprints on
Okay,
that.
I'm sorry. You're right. But I'm talking about the Sixers as a whole.
As a whole,
As a whole.
our overall talent evaluation and our
The talent improvement
development
is
has
trash.
been
It's
trash.
It's in the basement.
over the last 6 drafts. We have 2 players on our
Show
team.
for it, right?
One that contributes and one that I'm not 100% sure about,
Right.
and that's VJ and Bona.
Right. We are devoid.
Oh, I'm sorry, Broom.
What? Bro, another dude.
Yeah,
now,
we got a
I
dude.
have nothing against Johnny Broom as a human being, right? But I'm not sure that his skill set would have helped our team this year. I'm just keeping it flat 100.
Yeah, what does it translate to? We don't see it, so we don't know if it translates to the
Nah,
NBA.
we don't know what we got.
But my God, would it be another situation if we send him somewhere else and he starts contributing?
That's what happens, right?
That's what happens repeatedly.
We keep Janai Broom, but whatever.
Right.
Do something, and then I'll learn your name. I'll bother to learn who you are as a human being. Otherwise, it's just status quo for me. The Sixers they do this every year, or they do this every once in a while. We talked about this with Doc Rivers, didn't we?
Yes, we did. But the thing that concerns me about this GM hire is, okay, we made the bad. We let Morey come in here and make the bad trade to bring Harden in,
Right.
Because Harden was his man,
Right.
You know,
His homeboy.
Then everything fell apart. Harden leaves. You know, he
Right.
bounces off a couple places here or there. This guy's in the front office, and he makes the same
mistake
to bring Harden in.
Past his prime, right?
And it's hard to see what Harden has become, but it's like what he could do.
Oh, he just got booked the other day.
I heard about that, yeah.
Right. Speaking of James Harden, right?
Caught with the firearm visible.
Ooh, wow.
In the car.
Good luck out there with that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I don't know the laws of where he was at and how that's going to work out, but
yeah,
best of luck to James Harden dealing with that one, man.
Right. Now, I don't know if that affects his signability moving forward.
Right.
That might have effectively ended his career if you really keep it in a hundo. This type of thing could derail you fast. You already at the sunset of your career.
Right. Then nobody else wants any extra headaches off the court.
If you got off the court issues, that could really turn some teams off. Despite how much talent you got, we saw it happen with Tyreek Evans. We saw it happen with a bunch of dudes.
True.
You got all the talent in the world, but off court stuff may hold you up. Now, I don't know what the circumstances are, and I'm not judging it. That he got to figure that out.
Right.
But I'm looking at it from a purely basketball standpoint. Right. If he can get past that and back on the court as a player, James Harden, I think I don't know if I would start him on my team.
I think at this point, if you get to the playoffs with James Harden on your team, I think at that point he's a chemistry killer because whatever you might already have built on your team, add him to it.
He tears it down.
Yeah, because he's ball dominant. It has to
It
has to go through him, and if he's out there in the playoffs and you're getting 2 points and 7 turnovers.
Right. In a game 7, in a quarterfinal,
in a closeout game.
Yeah, that's problematic. But here's my thing. We might be at the point now where James Harden, the player, might be a role player now as far as coming off the bench. He might have to wear that as the moving forward for his career because we see what starting him in the playoffs looks like. You know what I mean? It's not a pleasant sight, especially when things get nip and tuck, right? We start getting into the latter portions of game 6, game 7. That's crunch time. It's crunch time.
And you disappear.
Yeah. James Harden is getting live ball turnovers.
And it's not even so much you disappear. You hurt the team.
Actively hurting the team.
Yeah, you're not just
live ball turnovers, holding the ball too long during possessions, when hitting shots but not frequently enough to justify how long you got the ball.
Taking bad shots.
Then the horrible shots that you add into that. And not to talk about the defense. We know what that is.
The what?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't say that. You can't say his name in the same sentence together.
Now, I think that his skill set might benefit a good team off the bench because he could be a ball dominant player like James Harden is on a second unit.
Bring that energy off the bench.
Exactly.
So would one of the best 6 men of all time, would his ego be too big to be a 6 man?
That's the decision you had to make. Me personally, were I in his shoes, this might be the road. If you want to chip, if James Harden want to legitimize his career, right? Take a back seat and go outside and ride somewhere. Take a veteran's minimum, come off the bench and work it. And see who go play on a team. And you can boost somebody's bench, right?
Right.
But we are at the point now where you're not the guy anymore.
But you might still have enough talent to get out there and cook some second teamers.
Yes.
Or get some get some decent buckets with some fresh legs in the playoffs.
Starts.
Yeah, spot
starts. You'll get heavy second unit minutes, right? And nobody will feel bad if we got to sit you in crunch time. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody will feel bad if we can't have you out here when it gets thick as gravy. You know what I mean? Because we know what it is.
We know what we got.
Exactly. He'll come off fill in some spots, and he'll come in and play solid minutes off the bench. But will he do that? That I don't know.
Right.
Couldn't tell you that. Well, that's kind of like the basketball analysis of this. The Spurs gave away a lot. I thought Wemby deferred a lot at the end of that series, especially that last game they lost.
Yeah.
Down the stretch, I thought Wemby deferred a lot, where he should have been a bit more aggressive offensively.
So it's kind of hard when you see games like that because you see it from different players when they try to it's crunch time or it's getting close to the it's
nerves might set in.
Not even so much like you try to get your other guys involved because you try to say, if I get my teammates going, they're going, and I get hot, then you can't stop us. Maybe that's the aspect when you lose trying to do that.
Right.
That's when the finger kind of gets pointed to say, you deferred too much.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's dead ass right there. And it's like I saw him do a little bit too much of that. I thought down the stretch he should have been a bit more offensively aggressive. And nobody would have took it from him. You feel what I mean?
Right.
If we go out with our best gun shooting, I'm cool.
That's how you prefer to go out.
How I want to go down like that. I don't want to go out with him being, unless it's why,
more passive in the game.
To me, it just looked like he got a little bit passive in some possessions down the stretch, especially in that last game. And I'll give credit to the Knicks where it's due, of course, that they got it done.
Yeah, I mean, fuck the Knicks. But, Brunson goes out there and gives you, what 45? 40. He's out there cooking, and it's just like.
He was saucing it up out there.
Like you said, so many people, he's too small. He's not, a number one guy on it.
I ain't going to lie. I didn't think that, bro. I ain't going to lie.
I mean,
Jalen Brunson proved me wrong because I didn't think he had the sauce to be a lead dog. And I was wrong about that.
Right. I mean, they got big.
And he brought us a chip here in Villanova, right? So did they get us 2? Wait a minute. I know he was 1.
He was on the 1
for sure.
We got to look that up.
I know he got 1. I should know this, but that's not the point I'm making. I shouldn't have doubted.
But the fact is, you shouldn't have doubted him.
Right.
But you got to look. They took that gritty Villanova team. Now, here's my question: should more GMs look at this approach?
Well, was this approach unique? That's the thing.
This is a very unique approach. You took 3 players
from the same college team. And
we actually had 4 because I think they had
the other guy,
DiVincenzo, and I think they traded him.
They got him out of there.
But you got 3 players that won together on the college level, and you brought them together in the NBA, and they already have the chemistry. And it's like they went out there and beat teams that on paper look
better.
You could say better than them.
Yeah, it's facts. I thought the Spurs had the horses to run with them. Think about it. The Spurs got a gaggle of 6'7", 6'8" guys that can shoot and defend. They just got them by the bunch load. Some of them can handle the ball even. And De'Aaron Fox, who was a bit, I think, streaky toward the end.
Yeah, he was. He kind of
he
trailed off.
He was aggressive but not effective. He didn't get the buckets when they needed, and I thought, even though he got fouled on that one where the Knicks came back on that block I think it was game 4. Right?
Yeah.
Game 4. That block at the end, and because he tipped it in before that. Later on, I mean. So he got fouled. De'Aaron Fox was fouled on that. You know what I mean? It came out later. But to me, I think if he had done something different, like maybe brought it out, took the foul, because they were looking to foul, I think the Spurs get one there. But he went for it, which is aggressive.
Right.
But it wasn't effective because it allowed OG and Anunoby to get back into the play, block the shot.
Yeah, you got to time that a little bit better.
Or just back it out.
True.
Let him take the foul. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure he fouls you.
Yes.
And then you send the game to fouls because you win now.
Now they don't get another opportunity back on the other end.
Right. And that's my only thing. But are we still cooking with basketball? Are we?
I guess we can move on.
I don't know. I love basketball. I can talk about basketball all day.
We can do this all day.
I know.
Originally, why we started the podcast and called it the Center Court Podcast because we sit around.
We can talk hoops all day.
And we can talk hoops all day.
Right. But we got other stuff to talk about. Like, we got a lot going on as far as you had a hot take for the Sixers. Now, we were sitting, we were doing the pre-draft.
Okay.
The pre-draft, the pre-pod, we walk through. We don't just shoot from the hip. Right?
Yeah,
we do.
We actually think about this shit.
Right. We talk about this before the show. There's pre-planning. And we discuss things.
So my hot take for the Sixers. Now you can take this how you want it. Some people might take this as a jab at Embiid. Take it. I don't mean it as that, but the process is over. It's time for results.
Oh wow. Okay.
We've processed.
Now we need results.
We need results. It's time to figure this team out. I don't know who we're going to draft at 22, but if you're going to turn the keys over to Maxey 100% on this team,
now's the time.
Right.
So what do you honestly think that, and I respect the take, What do you think Embiid or Paul George's value is on the open market today? As we speak, what is their value in a trade? What are they honestly going to bring? You don't want to get 75 cents on a dollar like I thought we got with the Iverson deal.
Right. That one hurt us.
It stung. And there were other trades like that. The Barkley trade.
We got what? Hornacek and
Tim Perry and
we did. Yeah, that wasn't a king's ransom for Barkley.
We got players who were NBA players, and that was like the extent of what they were.
Right.
Jeff Hornacek actually he ended up going to Utah, remember?
Yeah,
he was in the final. Yeah, he was a starting guard for the final.
He was solid when he was here. It just wasn't much
else going
on. Much else going around.
It wasn't much here. It wasn't much there.
So for Embiid, this was the pros trade going around online, on all the apps.
Yeah, I didn't get to see this one.
So it was with us and the Dallas Mavericks. Okay. And it was to send Embiid out, and we would have gotten Derek Lively.
Okay.
P.J. Washington, and Daniel Gafford. We would also got a boatload of picks, a 2027 first round, a 29 first round, a 28 swap, and a 30 swap.
Okay.
So, I mean, that was a proposed trade, and I think from what we saw, like a lot of our weaknesses, I mean, you're getting rid of Embiid, which that's going to be
rid of Embiid.
That's big shoes to fill.
You solving two problems with that trade.
But you're solving your depth.
You're solving, if we're looking at this trade on its face, right, you're solving two issues. One, getting a decent return for Embiid.
Right.
And you're reloading as far as draft picks. So you're getting some choices
You're fixing two problems there. You got players
you're killing two birds with one stone.
You're getting two bigs.
Right.
So, you'll be able to figure that out. You'll have minutes. They should be healthy most of the season, so you'll get solid minutes. So
Derek Lively is a young player who I thought was really good for the Mavericks. I thought he could play. He played well in the front court for them.
And you can have that's good chemistry that you'll be able to build a young core with Maxey and VJ.
The only issue is, why would Dallas do that?
Exactly.
That's the question. The only issue I had with this trade is, why on earth would Dallas make this trade? This is why I posed the original question. What's the value of an Embiid on the open market? I don't think Dallas, because if I was Dallas, I wouldn't come off that. I wouldn't
make that trade, but I mean, I guess if you're looking at 2K, I get to put Embiid with Kyrie. I don't know.
For 60 games a year,
60 games a year, probably for both of them.
Oh, Lord. But, nah, I don't think Dallas does it. I wouldn't do it if I was Dallas. So there's that. And I think it has to. This was floating around online, and I think it did one thing. That was generate discussion, and I appreciate it for what it is. Right. But there's no way on God's green earth that Dallas agrees to that deal. No way. Because it solves too many of our problems and creates too many for them. That's the first thing. And if you pair Embiid with the young kid Cooper Flag and Kyrie, maybe you do have something. But for the fact is, I don't know if you're going to have something long enough.
That's a very short-term window you're dependent on right there.
Right. And I don't know how long. You at least want that trade for Embiid to be effective for you as long as those draft picks are still running. At least then. Right. Or a year after, maybe tops. Because, we'll still be profiting from that trade long after Embiid.
Long after Embiid.
Yeah. Right. Free season and he's done. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
He's in the booth.
Right. Being charming and all that type of shit.
Commentating and everything.
Right. And that's the thing. That's the only reason I would think about it that way. But
that's where I'm at, man. It's for the Sixers, it's time to
shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, like we're not building any. Like we're rebuilding, but you got to turn the keys over now. Yeah. It's Maxey's team, and you have to build around Maxey.
I agree.
And get a young core around him. And if you got to get some young bigs, this trade would be a way to do it. But like you said, I don't see Dallas saying, "Yeah, let me."
Do you take 75 cents on the dollar for Embiid today?
No, I'm not taking any more shorts on the trade. We took too many shorts. That's why we're in the boat we're in now.
Right, I agree.
So we got to have a savvy GM. It's the same how he does in steady basketball contracts.
The only reason I wouldn't, because his value is so low as it is. And I love Embiid. Please let me preface it with this.
We don't want.
I love Embiid as a person and as a player.
Right.
I've always loved him. From the minute we drafted him, I wanted nothing but for him to win championships here. And I still do. But I have to look at this as an objective person to basketball. I don't know if his contribution helps us to winning championships anymore. And I would love to be proven wrong, right?
Right.
I would love to be proven wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Yes. I'll eat crow on this one all day.
I'll run the streets with my Sixers jersey. Wrong as hell.
Wrong as hell. I'll go buy an Embiid jersey if that's the case, right? No problem for me. But I just think we've moved past that point. Now, signing Paul George was exciting when it happened. Like we making a splash. But then when you look at the nuts and bolts of it,
what Paul George actually has left in his bag.
right? What's the difference between him and the guy we sent to Detroit, Tobias Harris?
Right.
I don't see a difference. As far as now, Paul George is better from the perimeter, I thought. A better shooter from the perimeter, a better player from the outside, but that's mainly it.
But I think hindsight being 2020, making this comment, I think we said it before. You sign Isaiah Joe. At this point, you don't need a Paul George.
Yeah, you don't need a Paul George.
So,
okay. We said we was moving on from six and stuff and jumped right back.
Look,
high level podcasting, man. It's high level shit.
We had to catch up on all this stuff with the finals and just the Sixers and just have a fallout of that. Just looking forward to what we need next season. And these are the teams we got to compete against the Knicks.
Right.
They're in our division.
They're in our division. Right
so
there.
this is the measuring stick right now.
Right. And we didn't even talk about AJ getting traded to the Patriots. We touched on it last week. We got into it.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit last week.
But there have been a slew of developments since then, bro.
Oh my God! So we've been on. We had AJ's back through most of the season. We was riding with him. We was trying to, we behind him a little bit. We got to get the offense popping.
We all had AJ's back here, bro.
Right.
Everybody here was riding with.
And then you find out what was going on behind the scenes was whole shit.
It was whole shit, man. And whether the reports are true or whether they are not. Right?
The allegations.
The allegations are disturbing, bro. Since when we tolerate whole shit, man?
We don't tolerate whole shit. Not in Philly.
Nah, for the dogs, man. We expect better from my man AJ.
You're supposed to be a dog.
We expect better. It's hurtful because it's the allegations is just disturbing, big dog.
But to find out how long it's been going on.
We thought you was made of sterner stuff than that, man.
We thought you was.
We thought you was a tough cookie, bro.
No.
We brought you in from Tennessee, and we was glad to have you around. So we wanted you to.
We wanted you here.
But this type of this stuff been coming out, bro.
So we're not gonna get all the way into the allegations and everything.
Yeah,
but
you know, you know.
But yeah, if you know, you know. But it's just like,
how did we get here? How did we get to this from hoisted the Lombardi in 24, right? Barkley coming on, the hype from that year, right? I'm going to tell you where. And we've discussed it before on the Center Court podcast. This is nothing new, right? I understand AJ's beef. That when you have an executive coach, right, you need strong coordinators because they don't specialize in one side of the ball or the other, right? And what happens, you need strong coordinators. And what happens when you get strong coordinators?
You win.
And what happens when you win with strong coordinators?
They get poached.
It was the downfall of Andy Reid. Listen to any Center Court podcast when I ranted about this probably 3 times already.
Oh my God, yes.
I know.
Years ago.
But I understand AJ's beef. We are hiring from within, getting in coordinators. And we wasted 2 years of his career, I feel like. Right? Hiring from within. We getting a 16-year-old driver behind the wheel of the Ferrari, and we wonder why he crashing out.
Right.
He not ready for this type responsibility.
He's coming in here with the Tecmo Bowl play sheet.
Right.
And you got
horses to run.
Right. And you got 4 plays. Like
4 plays. What
it got to the point during last season, me and Will would sit there and watch games. And out of the formations that we're not getting paid. We are not professional scouts.
But we calling out plays.
We're calling out the plays. So what do you think the scouts are doing? What do you think the players that watch film are doing when they see it? These
coordinators is chewing it up, right? And when the offense wasn't doing well, everybody wants to know what the problem is. AJ told us. AJ gave us the real scoop. When they asked him, he said. And I appreciated that.
Right. He tried from that standpoint. We looked at it. Yes, you're trying to motivate the offense, But when you find out all the other stuff that was going on, the Hassan Riddick beef,
right.
you go, and it boggles my mind because I think about all the Jalen Hurts quotes. Keep the main thing the main thing.
The main thing.
Now it has 2 layers to it when he says that.
And we watch you on the field, right? You forget that we watch you on the field.
Right.
You not running out for plays.
You're not giving 100% effort, bro.
You're not giving 100%. When there were times in this shit offense where if you run it out,
you could have had that. You could have made that play.
There was meat on the bone to be had, right? And now we hear all this other shit. What are we supposed to think about you now, right? Of course it's going to be beef now. Of course. How are we supposed to take this?
We're on a championship run.
And you hoeing up.
Keep the main thing the main thing, like my man said. You went the reason you play this game is to get to the pinnacle. You got here, this team together, y'all got to the pinnacle. And you weren't happy, my guy.
Right.
What do you play the game for?
What else did you need? That's the thing. Everything you needed was here. Now, granted,
you want more numbers?
Always seems greener on the other side.
You want more numbers?
Maybe that's it.
Your quarterback just showed you it ain't about numbers, bro. For as much guff Jalen Hurts gets, all he does is win. If he goes out there and they run for 200 yards and he only throws for 108 and it's a W, they bitch all day.
On the radio, they
whore all day. But we sit here as real Eagles fans and we say, you know what?
We got that W.
We're 4-0. We're 2-1. Like we're up.
We up, and we got a shot. When the big games
come, he puts us in position to be in the big game.
When the big games and the tight spots around, we know Jalen Hurts going ball. That's all I'm worried about. You dig me?
Right.
Now, they kind of gave him, like you said, 4 Tecmo plays this year. I think they handcuffed him a lot.
Bro, the offense we really got, it was dog shit. Because the year before, who was the offensive coordinator that we had in that got the head coach?
Yes.
Down
Which
with
one?
the Saints.
Kellen Moore.
So they sit there and say Jalen Hurts can't throw over the middle. Go back and watch Kellen Moore's offense from that year.
Right.
There's not just slant plays. There's drag routes. Did you see how many drag routes did y'all see this year?
Now, I will give it this. The tight end was eating in that offense.
That's what I'm about to say. You want to tell me he couldn't work the middle of the field? They worked the middle of the field.
Right.
Think about
Dallas Goedert's the proof. How many touchdowns did he have?
Dallas Goedert was eating. Think of the dagger.
Right. The dagger was a dagger.
That was a deep throw over the middle of the field.
To this. Let's look at the 2 games that matter the most for Jalen Hurts' career. And you know which 2 games I'm talking about. The Super Bowls.
2 Super Bowls. The 2 biggest games.
The 2 biggest games of his career. Let's check out what he is, right? You can call him whatever you want. He's not going to throw for big numbers like Mahomes and Josh Allen. He's not going to run a ton. Joe Burrow. And he's not going to run like Josh Allen, right? Joe Burrow and Mahomes going to put up them numbers with the arms, right? Josh Allen can sling it around. So can Herbert out in San Diego.
Yeah.
But guess what they ain't got? Super Bowls. Now that they ain't got Super Bowl rings, they ain't got appearances, dog. Let's talk about it. Mahoney and Brady been running the show.
They was running the show.
And after that, guess who it is, dog? It's us. Right?
Because all these other quarterbacks that they always want to say, better than Hurts. He beat all of them.
He beat all y'all. How many dubs y'all got against him? Okay. Let's talk about it.
He beat Lamar.
Got him.
He beat Josh Allen.
Got him.
Beat Burrow.
Got him.
These is all the quarterbacks they tout in front of him.
Beat Herbert. Got him.
Super Bowl appearance and a win.
Right. Got him. Broke up 2
Goat Slayers.
Goat Slayer, bro. Let's talk about it. But you want to go to the Patriots. Knock yourself out,
bro. Go ahead and take that show up there. You and Vabral seem to have the same thing in common.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Y'all go ahead and rock out with that.
Do that. We'll see you when it counts.
Because, here in Philly, we expect you to be 100.
Yeah.
If you're going to be on the field, you got your family on the field, you showing family this what it is, don't
do that.
Don't tear the team apart for whole shit, bro.
Don't do that, dog. That's beneath you, dog.
Yeah.
That's beneath you, dog.
You going to tear the team apart for whole shit, bro?
Nah, you don't. Nah. I don't respect that, dog.
You got to eat that.
But he up there now. We here.
Smitty.
Now we get to see what I've been saying.
Now we get to see.
Since day fucking 1.
That
right?
Smitty is a number 1. Bona fide 1.
Now we get to see what I've been talking about, dog. How long I've been saying this?
No, you said it since
the minute we took
even
him.
when AJ was here, you said Smitty's still the best receiver on the team.
Bro, prove me wrong. Yet now, people going to say, okay, say what you want. Let's check the record. They throw to AJ first. Let's not forget that. Let's think about, I'll give y'all some stuff. People only remember that Jaguars game from 24 because what Saquon did in that backwards hurdle. You was at my crib. We seen that shit, bro. That was wild. Bro.
The world went nuts.
The world went nuts because it's a viral joint.
Right.
As it should have went. But people forget that we were losing that game.
And how did we win that game?
Because Smitty caught a one-handed toe tapper in the back of the end zone that if Saquon don't make that backwards hurdle might be the play of the year. Let's talk about it.
Right.
Let's talk about the Super Bowl.
Let's talk about it.
Dagger. I don't need to say no more. And those are just two examples. There are others.
It was
really.
I think it was a Redskins game. Well, the Commanders game.
Right.
Smitty caught one close to the end zone, got rocked, came down with the ball.
In hand.
In hand. Don't doubt that, man.
I'm telling you now, they're going to concentrate on him. Guarantee you. Right? It's going to be up to the other guys kind of early to earn the trust of McNabb. I mean, not McNabb, but that's crazy. Of Hurts. What it's going to take is early him getting the ball to other receivers.
Other receivers to make the defense respect the role that coverage.
Respect the fact that you are going to throw the ball to other guys if you have to.
Right. We can't just roll the coverage to Smitty.
Right.
Because he's going to go everywhere.
He's going to go all over the field. And once that respect is established, watch out. I think he's going to put up Justin Jefferson-esque numbers this year. That's what I think. And I know we're going to lose Makai. We're going to use Lemon. We're going to use the tight end. We're going to use Goddard. But I think this is – take the over on Smitty this year. Take the over because I am. You know I got the number 6 jersey.
Oh, yeah.
You already know. You already know.
I expect a bounce back year from Saquon this year.
I do.
Defense looks solid.
One thing I'm a little nervous about.
What you got?
I hear from training camp, or from last year last week they did the voluntary team activities.
OTAs, yeah.
Right. And I hear that they are installing a lot of Saquon out of the backfield receiving type situations. They're going to be using Saquon more as a receiver this year.
Okay.
Now, this historically has been nervous for me.
This isn't Saquon's greatest
asset. Right. This is my problem with it because his short history here, the 2 years here, holding on to the ball as a receiver has not been his strong suit.
Been some drops.
It's been some critical drops. And the receptions look shaky. Let's talk about that. Because there was a reception in the Super Bowl that he caught, falling onto his back. And it's like, what? He didn't have to do that. I don't know if his body is, built for, catching the ball out of the backfield. He's more of a hand it to him or get him the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get him the football.
Give me the ball and let me get moving.
Let me get right.
So, I mean, these plays, if they're screen plays and, you got them installed solid, it's a nice clean catch and he can get moving.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't think that with Saquon, I don't think you try to get too funky with it.
Right.
Because like you said, he catches, it's some bobbles, it's drops. It's never just a clean
catch and run. Because I know he has the ability once the football's in his hands. We all know that.
Right.
But getting the football to him in this scenario can be tricky sometimes, and that's caused me a little bit of concern.
Yeah, because he's one of those special talents. It's almost like Goku with Ultra Instinct.
Yeah,
his body reacts before his mind even probably processed everything.
Right. And I'm not sure if that translates to being a receiving back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's his best, putting him in the best position.
Focus the ball in, then move.
Now, Tank Bigsby,
he can eat off that.
Different story. I think that he is a type of receiver out of the backfield who can be an effective player that way. I think that's more of his strong. Now, and I like Tank. I like him downhill.
Yeah.
I like him as a runner. I think he's a good change of pace back.
Great change of pace. If you don't want to get Saquon beat up too much in short yardage, you can throw Tank out there, even though it might be 2 yards, and Saquon might go for 15, 20. But, if you just need 4 yards, 5 yards a clip, Tank's going to get that.
And I want to see more of a higher Tank Bigsby ratio early, especially like the first 6, maybe 5 games, right? I want to see a higher ratio so that when we get toward the latter part of the season, I want to be able to grind people down with, say, a fresher Saquon.
Right.
I don't want to give him as many carries as he got in 24 unless it's absolutely necessary, right?
But if you got a healthy Shipley and a healthy Tank, you can close games out.
Balance the load a little more so that Saquon don't take so much punishment early, so that he's fresher down the stretch and we can really steamroll and bowling ball some teams down the stretch. That's what I would like to see.
Right.
You know, and especially if this kid's offense is as good as they think it is, you know, I want him to succeed. But it's really, we are giving another first-year signal coordinator a chance here.
Another chance again, yeah.
And like I was saying, that I understand that from AJ Beef. You know what I mean? I understand that from his perspective. You bringing in 16-year-olds to drive this Ferrari, that's not cool.
Right.
And I think he kind of lended towards Sirianni that way.
That, like I said, this makes so many things through the history of last season and over the last 2 seasons makes sense.
Right.
The argument with Sirianni on the sideline.
Right.
Like I said, the quotes from Jalen Hurts, when Brandon Graham said what he said, everybody dogged Brandon Graham out. Oh, why would he do that? He don't know what he's talking about. It was the truth.
It was facts.
It was 100% facts.
100% facts, dog.
The Derek Gunn report. My bad, Derek Gunn.
Right.
I know we
we gave Derek Gunn the blues, bro.
Yeah, we might not.
Oh, man.
I don't know if we had an episode out there, but in the barbershop and everywhere else, Derek Gunn, we was grinding him up, bro.
Grinding him up.
You trying to destroy this. We get this BS story from Derek Gunn, don't know what he's talking about.
And he was right
on
the money.
On I will never doubt you again, Derek.
Sorry. You know
my
what?
My bad, OG.
I'll listen first next time before I judge so harshly, but you're right about that.
Yeah, Derek Gunn was on the nose with that. It's just like then you hear the Patriots rug and the man cave.
Right. All the stuff. Derek Gunn is just giving you all the stuff, handing it to you on a silver platter. And you're like, come on, D Gunn, chill, big dog. Like, we don't need no more negative reports right now, but he getting all facts into the universe.
And it was all facts.
And it's nothing you can say.
And it's just like, here's another thing. Do you give Sirianni any more credit for holding this team together while all this is going on behind the scenes? Right.
Now, that depends on what you mean by hold the team together. Let's talk about that. He held the team together.
Keep the ship afloat.
Keep the ship afloat. Okay. Because losing in 23, right? Getting Draxed after that. We went to the Super Bowl. We lost. We came back that next year. We started out hot and got Draxed at the end. Right? We came out, signed Barkley, ran through 24.
Right.
Last year was back on that same boat where it's like that we don't look good toward the end of the year. Could it be a thing where we reload and we back in the mix this year? And let's talk about Sirianni. Does Sirianni have the juice, right? He has to be because this coordinator is going to break him.
Yeah.
This coordinator is going to make or break Sirianni's time in this city.
Because even with the way he coaches, I'm not even saying I'm giving Sirianni credit for the coaching. I'm just saying for everything.
Holding it. I get what you mean.
Because
what else job he got, dog?
That's what I'm just saying. This is what he's supposed to do. You're the executive head coach.
He has to be that glue guy because he don't do either side of the football, meaning offense or defense. He has to be good at keeping he has to be the glue.
The glue guy that keeps the culture together. And
now, to this point, right, I think since we won the Super Bowl, it's kind of slipped a little bit, right? He did a good job holding it through that year because we got to the Super Bowl, like, hopes are high. That next year was a downer. We came out hot, and then we lost them games down the stretch. We looked bad.
Yeah.
Locker room fight. It was a lot going on at that point. And he did hold it together for the Super Bowl run. I'll give him that credit. But this time, after we won the Super Bowl that next year, we were back in the doghouse again. And it's because we had a rookie coordinator, right? Yep. He has to understand he lives and dies by coordinators.
So you have to find the best of the best of the best, sir.
If you're going to be an executive coach, you have to have good coordinators. And if you do have good coordinators, they get poached.
Because they're going to get head coaching jobs. Unless it's an older guy.
Right, like Jim, the guy we got now.
Yeah.
And if I can remember his name.
I'm looking at you right now.
Come on, dog. And you looking at me. Bro. But that's the Eagles talk. Now, as we switch gears a little bit with the hard transition, I know that kind of felt like
no segue.
No segue.
No grease.
No segue.
Hard
transition into the fields. Oh no, the hockey. We waiting on the draft to come up.
Yeah, we pretty much just waiting on the draft.
Hockey's quiet.
Our inside joke, we keep up with the Flyers, but our inside joke is that we don't care about the Flyers, but we do. So we're just watching the draft. The major thing is everybody looking at the draft is to get a player with more speed because, getting exposed the way they got exposed.
And they want to trade for that other guy.
Yeah. I can't remember his name off the top of my head either.
I want to say Larkin because it sounds good, but it's 100% wrong, I'm guessing.
Right. Yeah, but they got to get faster. I mean, the way they built this team, they had a system in place, but it's sluggish. It's kind of like bully hockey, and it's just like
the times have
changed, and you're going to have to adjust with the game because you're getting the skaters. These guys are skating you off the ice.
Right, they skating. They running you out the building, and you can't catch up. So
these guys have to be able to skate and play hockey. Right. So
that's what we're waiting on. Phils have actually gone. They done messed around on us, dog. The Phils done went ahead and went 5 games over 500 on me, bro.
Yeah.
We are at 38-33.
So since Manley took over, they've been cooking, bro. It's still some of the same problems you see, but they've been close winning these series and had a nice little win streak in it. They just lost the last game.
Okay.
But they was making some moves, man.
Now, I'm willing to admit the coaching change did spark some life into this club because had we gone with the status quo, we were headed straight for the basement.
Right.
I don't know what battery that this guy is putting in the back of this team, but it's effective, and I ain't gonna lie.
It's working. I mean, I'm still not a biggest fan of how the team is constructed.
Right.
And, how we certain players, like moves we should have made, I'm not going to complain too much. They put a lot of hope in the painter, and, he's just,
and I want to
not showing up to be the player is. But, I mean, the good win streak, they're back 8 games out of first behind Atlanta.
Yes.
And behind the Braves, and that's that's where they're sitting right now. So,
well, my issue with the Phils is always the same. We get to the postseason, and then the bats go silent. Right. Yeah. That's my biggest issue. And we can't generate enough runs to win games when it counts.
And that was my problem. But that's what I was going to talk about, how the team is constructed. Like, we're pitching heavy. So we go out there, we're supposed to outpitch these other teams, but you still need to bat. You can sit there and you're going to lose. You're going to win these games with your pitching, but when you lose a game, you're going to lose 2-1,
2-1,
3-1, because your bats aren't going to come to life. You shut that other team down, but the 2 runs they got was enough to beat you because you got no sticks.
If you could score 4 runs a game average, you'll probably do better in the playoffs. And there are times when, the bats get lively. Like, the Phils actually got pretty lively in the postseason last year, but not enough to carry over. And each year they regress from that World Series back down to barely making the playoffs. Now, Manning has come in. He has charged this crew up. But we're going to see what they do when it counts.
Because, baseball is a game of averages. What does it average out to the end? Right. And once you figure that out, you got to look at it and say, okay, we are what we are. Are we going to still use the same approach? Is it working? Because, swinging at bad pitches,
and that's the other thing I want to talk about. Swinging at bad pitches.
Yeah.
We have not gotten better with that in a while. We are swinging at garbage way too much.
That's what got us out of the postseason last year.
Swinging at garbage. And it's like, no wonder the bats can't liven up because we can't discern.
You're behind in the count.
But every
batter. Because
every batter's behind in the count.
What is the philosophy? What is the hitting philosophy like?
Right. And we don't see enough guys getting on base. We don't see enough guys hitting doubles and trips. We don't see enough guys simply just getting on base.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you said, before you know it, we behind in the count. Now, I am not gonna lie to you. Regular season baseball is rough for the kid. It's a rough one for the kid. But guess what? That's all we got right now.
That's what we got right. It's the dog days, baby.
Oh, and WNBA, we're gonna get into that shit too. We'll watch some of them games.
We on it.
We on that.
Y'all might get some table tennis, whatever's all we will
Team
be watching.
USA want a soccer game.
we got the World Cup going on right now in the city, so that's big.
That's crazy. Now, you want to go down there and do some World Cup shit? What day are they doing World Cup stuff?
Man, we got to get down there. So they're down on Lemon Hill, all down there. I think they had like a nice setup down there for people to like watch parties and stuff. So I guess
we gotta get in the building with this World Cup shit, bro.
Yeah,
that World Cup shit is too litty. I was coming back on a plane, and we in the terminal because you gotta catch the little the airport tram, and there's a bunch of boys. They had on the jersey with the kilts.
Yeah.
They was headed here to play here, and I'm like, bro, that's crazy. There was a few of them boys,
and they was hype.
Yeah, no, they was with it, bro.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, what? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to them, chopping it with them. They was doing their thing, man.
That's what's up.
Couple boys. It was a boy who was on a different. I don't know what team he was on, but if I see him, I know his face or that flight that came in kind of crossed with ours. I don't know where the hell it came from.
So what do they call? I know they just don't call them flags, but what they're almost like tapestries that the teams have.
Yeah.
Like I've seen them around the city. People got them on their cars, on their hoods and stuff.
That's
so
dope shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's
jerseys.
dope.
I see the jerseys, the polos that everybody got on around.
Next time World Cup gonna be around this joint, man. We got to get in the mix with that.
Yeah, I got to find a team and pick a team. So
all right, next time we come on this podcast, next time we appear on this podcast, crazy, right?
Pause.
I was with the whole podcast without that one, dog. Bro. Anywho,
so next podcast
we will have a soccer team that we will support, I guess.
Yeah, we'll find somebody and we're going to back that team, and that'll be the Center Court Pod.
That'll be the Center Court Pod. Whatever team we go see, because I'm looking to get down there.
We don't know how we're picking this team off colors, names.
We don't know. We'll figure it.
Who looks gritty on the team? We don't know. Who has a good mascot? Do they have mascots?
Do they?
We got to find these things out. We got a lot to learn about
Center Court Podcast
international
because it's around here in the city and we do culture shit now too.
Yeah, speaking of culture shit, you just got back from the trip. Tell them about the trip, bro.
Yeah, I was over in Japan. Went to go see some things over there.
Yeah.
It was overall a decent trip. Came back with a new tattoo. Came back with I think I got a kimono around here somewhere. But overall decent trip.
Nice.
I hurt myself in the foothills of Mount Fuji. So
we're gonna have to get into that one. Why we actually call my man Will, Chill Will?
That stays here, dog. Now we can't let
why we call him Willie Hurt?
Nah, man.
We gonna get that story one day.
One day. Yeah, man. If you see me out about, ask me. I might tell you the story. Yeah, but there are no guarantees. If you guys really get
they call him Willie Hurt because he's really hurt.
Chill out. But hey, the Center Court Podcast is gonna be around. I want to get down to some World Cup shit, bro. I'm
down, bro. We gotta pick a day. We gotta find out what the schedule is and get down there.
And tell us what your favorite team is. I don't know. Who should we root for?
Yeah, like who's the dogs out there?
Yeah, we can get a nice underdog and cheer for him, bro, and see if we can go to victory. See if we can get them to the finish line.
Yeah, get some soccer chants going.
Right? Oh shit! I got some sake too. I got some plum wine, drunk shit from there. That's another thing we did.
Okay.
So hey, listen, man. But we back. Center Court is back for vacation, and it's right back to podding. Check us out on your favorite podcast platform. This was like the longest pod we did in a while.
Yeah, I mean, we had 2 weeks to make up for. We had a lot to go.
Yeah, a lot to talk about. A lot of gripes to get out.
Yeah, we had to get all that shit off our chest. Fuck the Knicks.
Yeah, there's a lot of. Yeah, we had a lot pent up, man. But it's cool, man. We appreciate y'all being here, man. Make sure y'all please subscribe. It helps us out. Please, thank you.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
The fish fries coming up for Eagles Steelers. Don't forget that.
Yeah, please don't.
And we're gonna give y'all more information to get this bus trip together and get everybody out there.
The bus trip is pretty much happening. So I say,
if you're interested, hit us up. Let us
on
know.
YouTube, on specifically YouTube. Get with Center Court Podcast. Say the whole thing, and get with me if you want a spot on the bus going to Washington to watch the Eagles play the Commanders. Get with your boy on
right.
YouTube.
Let's go.
Yeah. And thanks for tuning in. We love y'all, man.